Hi everyone, this is the story of the three little bunnies. Once upon a time, there were three bunnies F, C, and A. They lived in a house with many bigger bunnies to help them. One day, one of the bigger bunnies told them that they were all grown up now, and they were going to be sent into the Great Forest. The Great Forest was a place where the bunnies could test their survival skills without the help of the older bunnies. However, they were warned that in order to feed themselves through the winter, they would need to gather a lot of carrots. Thus, they left the house. And they entered the forest. Shortly after the bunnies entered the forest, they chose to split up. In order to survive, they would need to gather as many carrots as possible. While hopping over the autumn leaves, Bunny F heard a voice calling out to him. Psst! Hey! Oh, hey! Didn't see you there. Here's a word of advice. Don't trust anyone in this forest. They're all out to get you. What? My friends are in the forest as well, he said. Don't even trust them. The forest changes people. I've been here for 3 years, and there are no bunnies you can trust. Oh no! Can you tell my friends too? Friends, eh? Of course, just tell me where they went. Bunny F told the bunny where his two friends were, and they soon parted ways. Bunny C was hiding behind a tree, looking at a group of bunnies talking to each other. Bunny C was a shy, introverted bunny who was debating whether he should try to join in. Suddenly, Bunny C heard a faint voice calling out to him. Whoa there, you scared me, he said. Hey, your friend, Bunny F, sent me to tell you about this forest. Oh cool, what did they say? F wanted me to tell you about how to survive this forest. You have to join a group and help them as much as possible. That sounds about right. I'll go join this group in front of me, then. You got that, C. You got this. The mysterious bunny left, and Bunny C went to join the group of bunnies. Later that day, the mystery bunny called out to Bunny A. However, Bunny A ignored the voice. As winter approached, Bunny F was confident. He had gathered enough carrots to eat throughout the winter. F had carved out an area of the forest for himself, and had chased out the other bunnies, earning the dislike of many other bunnies. Bunny C, on the other hand, was still helping bunnies in his group gather carrots. They had promised to help Bunny C gather carrots after he had helped them, so he was still confident in his success. He was glad that he had a lot of friends to count on. Most importantly though, he would make sure his friends succeeded. Meanwhile, Bunny A had found a group of his own. He helped out the other bunnies, but he always put some time away every single day in order to gather his own carrots. He did not have as many as Bunny F did, but, like the other two bunnies, he was still confident he could survive the winter. As autumn passed and the snow began to fall, problems arose. The earthy spring smell was fading into the sharp cold sting of winter. During the dead of the night, Bunny F woke up to a horrible surprise. His carrots had been stolen. The orange glow of the carrots was no more, as there were barely any carrots left. Bunny F shivered in despair. How, F thought, how could this have happened? All F could think about was how he had let the bigger bunnies down. He tried to ask for carrots from other groups of bunnies, but they rejected him each time. After all, Bunny F refused to help them before. Similarly to Bunny F, Bunny C was having issues with carrots as well. While everyone in C's group had enough carrots to survive the winter, C's carrots were gathered last, and there were not enough carrots gathered for him to stay healthy. Furthermore, Bunny C was too timid and too nice to ask for any more carrots. What would the older bunnies say, C thought, after I didn't meet their expectations? While bunnies C and F were struggling to stay alive, Bunny A slept soundly. Not only was A well liked by other bunnies, but they also had an ample supply of carrots collected by themselves. After a long, cold winter, the forgiving spring flew. It was time for the three bunnies to meet once again in front of their house. Bunny F and C, with their gaunt figures, looked at Bunny A with astonishment, confused as how he looked so healthy. Defying their expectations, the larger bunnies were not disappointed at how F and C had acted. Instead, they were concerned for their well-being. When they learned that A had never met the mysterious bunny, they realized that they had been tricked. Next year, they vowed, they would not be duped by the same bunny and would follow the lead of Bunny A. The end. For our oral story, we chose to incorporate option 1, to impart an important lesson upon an incoming student. One lesson that could be learned from our story is more obvious. Never trust strangers and filter out bad advice from good advice. On a deeper level, though, a more important lesson can be learned. Do not be too nice, but also do not be too mean. It is important that you can advocate for yourselves but also others, and find a balance between the two. The three techniques we incorporated were thematic links to the natural world, symbolism, and an archetypal figure. On the surface, our oral story is simply akin to a children's tale. However, the true meaning goes deeper. We decided to depict the idea of a high school and TJ in general in the capacity of nature. Firstly, we chose to use a critical technique in order to convey our device. Thematic links to the natural world. In our story, all the bunnies have one goal: surviving the wilderness and the forest during the winter. Similarly, students at TJ have strong goals of their own, primarily academically. Food, a crucial aspect to survival, is the primary goal of the bunnies. Likewise, academic achievements and success are directly related to test scores. Secondly, symbolism is connected to the thematic links to the natural world, and one of the most important aspects of our story. In our story, the bunnies represent new, fresh students who are naive and impressionable. Carrots, of course, represents the students' grades. The dark forest is representative of TJ, and even the winter snow represents hardships that students will face. Due to the massive usage of symbolism in the story, readers receive an easily applicable message about high school and life as a whole. Readers feel a sympathetic emotional response due to the cute nature of bunnies that most would not have for human beings, as sad as that may be. Finally, we chose to include an archetypal character, in this case, a trickster. This trickster is vital to the story. Not only does a trickster, or our mysterious bunny, dole out bad advice, we've intentionally chosen to leave the physicality of the bunny in question. In that manner, the trickster could represent either the effect of outside influences on students, or the internal decision-making of each character. In conclusion, we hope that our story properly conveyed the message we intended, and that those who listened enjoyed it. Thank you.